Have you ever seen two titans enter the arena knowing that something thrilling is about to unfold? That's precisely what we can look forward to at the 2026 Grammy Awards. And believe me, this is far from a typical award show. We have Lady Gaga, the pop sensation who has been challenging norms and pushing limits since she burst onto the scene, going head-to-head with Kendrick Lamar, the lyrical genius who dominates the rap industry. What's at stake? Album of the Year. The excitement? Off the charts. Everyone is tuned in because when these icons face off, you can expect an electrifying battle. Welcome to Celebrity Rap Life, where the red carpets never roll up and the spotlight never fades. The rewards are legendary because in Celebrity Rap Life, every downfall can become a comeback, and every headline tells a deeper story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next. Sunday night at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles is about to become the battleground for one of the most talked about showdowns in music history. This isn't just some friendly competition where everybody gets a participation trophy and goes home happy. No, this is war, the kind that makes careers and breaks egos, the kind that people will be talking about for years to come. Lady Gaga has been dominating the pop scene for over a decade, reinventing herself over and over, pushing boundaries that most artists wouldn't even dare to approach. She's the woman who wore a meat dress to an awards show, who transforms with every album, who makes you question what pop music can even be. And on the other side, you've got Kendrick Lamar, a man who doesn't just rap, he paints pictures with words, tells stories that cut deep into the soul of America, and makes music that scholars study in college courses. These two aren't just musicians, they're cultural forces, and now they're standing face to face for the biggest prize of the night. But here's where it gets really interesting. Kendrick's nomination sweep is coming right on the heels of some serious legal drama that had the entire music world watching. We're talking about a federal judge throwing out a defamation lawsuit, the kind of case that could have changed everything. Canadian rapper Drake, who's been one of the biggest names in the game for years, took legal action against Universal Music Group, claiming that Kendrick's diss track, Not Like Us, crossed the line from artistic expression into straight-up defamation. This wasn't some small claims court situation. This was federal court, serious business, the kind where lawyers in expensive suits argue about the meaning of words and the limits of free speech. But here's the kicker, the part that probably had Kendrick smirking when he heard the news. The judge looked at the whole situation and basically said that the words in Not Like Us, the ones Drake claimed were destroying his reputation, were opinion, not fact. In the legal world, that's a massive difference. Facts can be proven true or false, but opinions, those are protected. That's First Amendment territory. That's the foundation of artistic expression. The judge essentially gave Kendrick the green light, confirming that his bars, no matter how sharp they cut, were within his rights as an artist. And now, with that lawsuit dismissed, Kendrick is walking into the Grammys with his head held high, 9 nominations in his pocket, and the knowledge that the courts themselves backed up his artistry. Think about what that means for a second. In hip-hop, diss tracks are part of the culture. They're how artists settle scores, prove their skills, and remind everyone who's really running things. From Tupac and Biggie to Jay-Z and Nas, some of the most legendary moments in rap history came from artists going at each other's throats with nothing but words and beats. Kendrick didn't invent the diss track, he perfected it in the modern era, and Not Like Us became the kind of song that people dissect line by line, looking for hidden meanings and subliminal shots. Drake thought he could take it to court and win, thought he could use the legal system to silence what the mic couldn't, but the judge saw through it, recognized that art is art, even when it stings, especially when it stings. And now Kendrick's moment is even bigger because he didn't just survive the controversy, he came out on top. Meanwhile, Lady Gaga is no stranger to controversy herself. This is a woman who built her career on being unapologetically herself, on pushing society's buttons and making people uncomfortable in the best possible way. She's dealt with criticism, backlash, and people trying to tear her down since the moment she stepped into the spotlight. But every single time, she's come back stronger, more creative, more determined to prove that she belongs at the top. Her album isn't just a collection of songs, it's a statement, a journey, a piece of art that demands to be taken seriously. She's fought her way to this nomination, and she's not about to let anyone, not even Kendrick Lamar with his 9 nominations, take it without a fight. The thing is, both of these artists represent something bigger than themselves. Lady Gaga represents the freedom to be whoever you want to be, to reject the boxes society tries to put you in, to create without limits. Kendrick represents truth-telling, social consciousness, the voice of people who don't always get heard, the kind of artistry that makes you think as much as it makes you feel. When you put them up against each other for Album of the Year, you're not just comparing 2 collections of music, you're asking a fundamental question about what we value in art. Do we want the bold, theatrical, genre-defying experimentation that Gaga brings? Or do we want the raw, unflinching, culturally significant storytelling that Kendrick delivers? There's no wrong answer, which is exactly why this battle is so compelling. And let's be real about what's at stake here. Album of the Year isn't just another trophy, it's the crown jewel of the Grammys, the one that says you didn't just make good songs, you made a cohesive, important, defining work of art. It's the difference between being recognized and being immortalized. Both of these artists have already left their marks on music history, but winning this award would cement their legacy in a whole new way. For Kendrick, it would be validation that his voice matters, that his approach to music, blending consciousness with accessibility, resonates at the highest levels. For Lady Gaga, it would prove once again that she's not just a pop star, she's an artist in the truest sense, someone whose work will be studied and appreciated for generations. The Crypto.com arena is going to be packed with celebrities, industry executives, musicians, and fans, all waiting to see how this plays out. You can already feel the anticipation building, the kind of energy that only happens when something truly significant is about to go down. Social media is blowing up with predictions, debates, and hot takes. Team Gaga is out here defending their queen, pointing to her innovation, her influence, her ability to reinvent pop music with every project. Team Kendrick is coming just as hard, reminding everyone that he's got 9 nominations for a reason, that his album didn't just make noise, it moved culture, started conversations, and challenged listeners to think differently about the world around them.
What makes this even crazier is the timing of everything. Kendrick's legal victory over Drake isn't some distant memory. It just happened. The wound is still fresh, the implications still sinking in. He's walking into the Grammys not just as a nominee, but as someone who just proved that his art is untouchable, legally and creatively. That's power. That's the kind of momentum that can carry you all the way to the stage to accept the biggest award of the night. But Gaga's got her own momentum, built on years of defying expectations and proving doubters wrong. She's the underdog and the favorite all at once, the wild card who could steal the show just like she's done so many times before. So here we are, hours away from one of the most anticipated moments in recent Grammy history. 2 titans, 2 completely different approaches to music, 1 award. Somebody's going to walk away with the trophy, and somebody's going to have to smile through the disappointment. But honestly, the real winners are the fans, because we get to witness greatness going head-to-head. We get to see what happens when excellence meets excellence, when 2 artists at the absolute peak of their powers compete for the ultimate recognition. This is what the Grammys are supposed to be about, not politics or popularity contests, but genuine artistic achievement being celebrated and debated and honored. Whether Gaga or Kendrick takes home Album of the Year, we're all part of something special, a moment that reminds us why we fell in love with music in the first place, because it moves us, challenges us, and brings us together even when we disagree about who deserves to win. This story is far from over, and the truth is still unfolding. I want to hear what you think. Drop your take in the comments. And if you don't want to miss the next twist, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next.